I'm not gonna lie, I feel really, really sick.
Can you see the eyes down there?
They went in for an adventure, but what they found was pure nightmare fuel. Tonight, you'll witness 6 terrifying moments that were never meant to be seen. What lurks in the woods might be far darker than you expect. Let's begin. The first video tonight comes from Scotland's mountains, a UK-based YouTube channel run by Scottish outdoorsman Graham. The channel focuses on wild camping, hiking, and mountaineering across the Scottish Highlands. Graham films solo adventures in rugged landscapes, often sharing practical tips on gear, navigation, and campcraft. His videos mix stunning mountain scenery with a calm, personal narration style, appealing to both seasoned hikers and those curious about Scotland's wild spaces. It is August 24, 2022, when Graham set out for a solo wild camp in the Scottish Highlands, United Kingdom. His plan was to spend the night high in the hills, soaking in the views and enjoying the peace of the late summer landscape.
Can you see the eyes down there? I was sure I was hearing voices because it sounded a bit weird. And I saw a set of eyes like that. Oh, where were they? It was over there. Hopefully you can hear that. I don't know if you can see it. Down there. What would make a noise like that? It's smaller than a lot smaller than a deer. There's like 3 of them, and there's another one behind me. Can you hear that? Maybe it's some haggis. Please somebody, if you know what that bark is, I really hope.
The evening began peacefully. From his ridgetop camp, Graham witnessed the rare sight of a pink moon rising over the horizon, a moment he described as unforgettable. In the early hours, he woke again to see noctilucent clouds glowing faintly in the night sky, an even rarer phenomenon that gave the camp an otherworldly beauty. Everything seemed perfect until morning arrived.
That was... don't know if it's wildcats. There was one on the other side of the tent coming up, and it was my headlight that picked up the eyes. I thought, what the hell's that? It's not a rabbit. Hear it? Can you still hear it? Bit deceptive. As I said, I thought I was hearing voices. I could have sworn I was hearing human voices in a set of eyes. There's another 2 over there, and that's the bark it was making.
As Graham prepared breakfast beside his tent, faint noises broke the calm. At first, they resembled barking, but then shifted into something stranger, almost like voices carried on the wind.
I know what you think. Still going. Anyway, right, time for some breakfast. That's a bit surreal. Need to stop spooking myself out with phantom animals. It's way off now. I really don't know if the camera's picking up the eyes. It's looking at me, whatever it is. I can just see the eyes. What is that? Right. Oh yes.
When he shone his headlamp toward the sound, glowing eyes reflected back from the shadows. Soon, more pairs appeared, circling at a distance around his camp. The cries continued, harsh, unsettling, and unlike the calls of deer or rabbits. For several minutes, Graham sat in unease, unsure if the source was simply wildcats or something far more unusual. Eventually, the eyes vanished, and the cries faded into silence. Alone again in the highlands, Graham tried to laugh it off, but admitted the moment left him shaken. Between the rare skies above and the unsettling eyes in the dark, this wild camp became one of his most surreal and unforgettable nights in the mountains. Some people chase thrills in the wild. Others watch them unfold safely from their screens. Which one are you? The explorer or the observer? The next video of the night comes from Kev's Outdoor Adventures, a UK-based YouTube channel where Kev documents his passion for the outdoors. His trips often take him into remote landscapes across Britain, where history and folklore sometimes linger in unsettling ways. It is September 27, 2025, when Kev and his dog Chow head out to camp on Hunter's Hill in Cumbria, England. The area is tied to the Old Corpse Road, an ancient route once used to carry the dead to Shap for burial, and long associated with strange tales.
So I'll turn this light a little bit. It's a bit bright, so you can still see. But I'm gonna chill for a little bit now, finish this can. Maybe just watch a film a little bit. Chow's still asleep. He's down there. He's flat out. So hopefully it's him for the night. Probably want to pee later on through the night, but that happens. Right guys, I'll bring us back before bedtime. Turn off a bit. How dark's it out here, man? Hi guys, welcome back. I want to say good night now. That brings us back in the morning. I've watched the film. Chow's pretty much slept all night. Both been up for Slash Gordon. It's getting windy now, so not what else we can do really, so I'm gonna call it a night. That brings us back in the morning to see what tomorrow brings. Good night and ta-da for a bit. Sounds like something's outside.
As night fell, strong winds rattled the tent, while Kev and Chow settled in. Though the storm outside was loud, Kev couldn't shake the unease of the setting. The nearby ruins, the tall grass, and the weight of the hill's reputation gave the campsite a charged atmosphere.
Walking about. I know it's windy, but What's that? I didn't know if you can pick it, you can hear it or not. Right guys, I'm going to turn this light off. I'm going to try and get some sleep. I know it's windy, but I just saw it, those footsteps outside as well.
But then, beneath the gusts, a different sound emerged. Steady, deliberate, and far too close. Kev froze. Footsteps moved around his tent, circling in the grass. Twice he switched off his light, listening in silence, convinced someone was just beyond the thin fabric walls. Each time he swept the area with his torch, nothing appeared. Only emptiness, where the steps had just been.
It's windy, but it sounded like there was bloody somebody walking about outside. So, it didn't disturb Chow, we mustn't have heard much of it. Thought it was the wind. It might have been the wind, but just felt weird. You know when someone's walking along grass and it's like rustles? But that's what it sounded like what I heard last time I was up here. But if it was, it was. It doesn't hurt now. Just a bit spooky at times on Britain's most haunted hill.
At dawn, Kev admitted the noises had sounded exactly like somebody walking about outside. What unsettled him further was the memory of his previous camp on the same hill, where he had heard the very same thing. Though he tried to blame the wind, the sounds had been too precise, too human. With Chow calm, but the memory lingering, Kev packed up and left Hunter's Hill, once more walking away from a place where legend and experience seemed to blur. Sorry to interrupt the video, but if you're enjoying it, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. We're trying to hit 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and right now, 80% of viewers aren't subscribed. So if you're one of them, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It really means a lot. Your support helps us continue creating awesome, creepy videos. Now, let's get back to the video. The next chilling video comes from The Wandering Cumbrian, a UK-based YouTube channel run by an outdoorsman from Cumbria. His content focuses on stealth camping, wild camping, and urban edge adventures, often choosing unusual, risky, or hidden locations, like roadside verges, roundabouts, industrial spots, and tucked-away woodland. His videos highlight both the challenges and humor of pulling off stealth camps in places most people would never consider. It is July 14th, 2025, when the Wandering Cumbrian attempted a stealth camp in Workington, Cumbria, England. His goal was to slip unseen into a tight urban edge spot, spend the night in cover, and test his ability to remain hidden.
You see what I mean, guys? People over there. Very frustrating. But there's a spot I want to get into. Right there in that gap, right over the wall, and then down. Yeah. I think everyone's starting to bug it off now, so that will give me a good break. And once the coast is clear, I'll jump over the wall and we'll get down. In touching distance, but still the coast isn't clear. And here we are, still can't get into my spot. So I'm sat down on the pavement next to my bag like a right plonker. I knew this was going to be hard to do, but I didn't realise it was going to be that hard. So and I'm dying for a beer as well. But we will do it. We will do it. Keep the faith. Right, we are ready to rock. Ready to rock. Right, let's get going. Turn the camera the other way. Right, let's do this. I'm going to chuck my bag over and then climb over the wall. I'll fetch his back when I'm over. Right, we're in. I'm going to have to keep it quiet for now. Just before when you seen I was on the pavement. So I'm going to have to keep it really quiet. I'm going to give it half an hour before I start getting everything out. I'll maybe crack open a beer as well, just to steady my nerves. Because I am on edge a little bit. So, so yeah. Basically what I've been doing, just been getting the ground all prepped up because it's all full of nettles and brambles and all that, so yeah, we've got a bit. I don't like this. I do not like this at all. Right, I'll be back with you soon.
The challenge began almost instantly. Dog walkers and cyclists passed constantly along the nearby lane, leaving him pinned outside the wall of his chosen site. After several tense minutes, he finally managed to slip inside, only to find the ground choked with nettles, brambles, and rubble. Whispering to the camera, he admitted the place felt exposed, uncomfortable, and far from safe. The tension spiked as people walked dangerously close to his hiding place. He froze, barely breathing, until they passed. The close call left him rattled, and he admitted the spot was simply too risky.
I don't feel right in this spot whatsoever. It just is not suitable for a camp. Nettles, brambles, you name it, it just isn't suitable. But I have got a backup idea. If anyone's seen the roundabout camp, do you know, by the lay-by, I done, is it beginning of this, last year? Is it last year? Beginning of this year, sorry. Was it? I can't bloody mind now. But yeah, we'll go over there. I'm going to give it 10 minutes, jump over this wall again, and we'll go over to that spot. Because I just don't feel this is going to be good in this spot whatsoever. Here we go again. Well, hopefully this makes for a good video. So, right, I'm going to finish this can off. We'll get out of here. We'll get on the pavement and we'll go to the other spot, a backup spot. So, even though I've been there before and I've done a video about it, we'll go there again for laughs and giggles. So, I'll catch you soon.
Unable to relax, he climbed back over the wall and abandoned the attempt. His hands were scratched raw from the brambles, and frustration set in. But determined not to end the night there, he headed for a backup location he'd used before.
I am not feeling too great at the minute. I'm not going to lie. I feel really, really sick, and I've only had 2 beers. I'm debating what to do, to be honest, because I don't really want to bail this camp and go home. But then I've got to listen to my body at the end of the day. Yeah, I've just come over all bloody rotten all of a sudden. So, and don't get us wrong, I'm not scared to do this camp because I've done it before. I just it's not like an excuse. I just really don't feel right. I feel really sick. I don't know if it's to do with this heat or anything like that. I just feel really sick, so I'm gonna have to bail the camp. I'm sorry guys to let you down on that. yeah, I do not feel right whatsoever. So I'm gonna have to pack everything up and just go now. So yeah, I'm gonna apologise for this, but I will make it up for you lot in the future. Hopefully there's a video coming out next weekend, but I don't know what's come over us. I just feel really, really crappy, and I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna get everything packed up and let's get out of here. Right, that is.
At first, the new site seemed better. He set up camp, unpacked food, and tried to settle in. But suddenly, he began to feel unwell. Waves of nausea and a pounding headache. Reluctantly, he admitted he couldn't continue. Packing his gear away, he left the site before the situation worsened. By the end of the night, he had bailed out twice, once from an unsafe exposed spot, and again from a backup location when sudden illness hit. Later, he reflected that heavy rain poured down soon after he made it home, almost as if the night itself had forced him to quit. What began as another stealth adventure turned into a sobering reminder. Sometimes, no matter how determined you are, a camp just isn't meant to be. The woods are full of sounds, but it's footsteps that don't belong that truly rattle us. It's not creatures we fear most. It's the sudden, silent presence of another person just watching. The next horrifying video comes from Exploring with Fighters, a UK-based YouTube channel run by Danny. The channel focuses on urban exploration, paranormal investigations, and abandoned locations, often mixing cinematic exploration with on-site ghost hunting. It is February 28, 2023, when Danny and his team set out for Dogman Forest in the UK, an area steeped in chilling folklore of shadowy creatures and wolf-like figures. Their plan was to camp overnight with a paranormal investigation group and then explore an abandoned underground tunnel system, rumored to be linked to Dogman sightings.
Paranormal investigation group?
Cryptid, paranormal, yeah, investigations.
Everything.
Yeah, a bit
everything
of everything.
in the darkness.
Anything in darkness, yeah.
Mick is part of the Winter Hill investigation team, and he's kindly come along and to share some of your knowledge and insight into what we're looking for here.
Well, you come here looking for Dogman.
Yeah.
And there's been reports in this area of things being seen. Now, people have never said Dogman, the words never come up, but they've seen dark shadow movements.
Okay.
They've been growled at and almost chased down the hill. They've been one person has been stalked about a mile walking down a path from the middle of the path, which is about a mile long, to the end, and got growled at two areas.
Right.
She had dogs with her, and as she was walking down, the dogs were running from one side of the path to the other. The dogs were watching something running from one side of the path to the other.
Okay.
And but they were stopping, watching, but they couldn't see anything. But you know, with dog's eyesight, they would have seen this movement going from left to right. This happened all the way down this path until she got down to the bottom. When she did get down to the bottom, whatever it was, it caught her eye, and she turned around and saw it. At that time, it was a full moon.
Okay.
So it lit up this area of her field, which was about the same size as a football field at this point. And there's a tree in the middle, or a couple of trees. And what had happened is she'd seen it. She saw the movement, and she could see a shadow rushing towards her. So by the time she'd more or less turned around to her friends and said, "Come on, hurry up," because there's like three of them walking down at this point.
Right.
It had come up and sort of growled at her to the point where she just let her dog off the lead and just ran. And they all ran to the car and shot off. But she'd come up here with flip-flops on. And all her toes were, shredded after trying to get back to the car.
Right. I mean, when you talk about Dogman, like, I've had quite a few people in the comments and they're like, you know, what is Dogman? Is it a werewolf? Is it a lichen? Is it constantly like that? Can it transform? Or is it like a Sasquatch? Because I've heard rumours of that as well, that they are one of the same.
Well, the thing with that is, I mean, we'll never know really, but because nobody can sit down with one and talk to them about it, so we'll never know whether it's werewolf, Dogman. You know, I think Dogman it's more of an American term.
Yeah.
Whereas England, with the
As the campfire burned, the group spoke with the investigators about past encounters in the forest. Growls in the night, figures slipping between the trees, and animals panicking at unseen threats were all recounted. The stories cast a heavy atmosphere over the camp, leaving the team uneasy about what the night might hold.
So, Mags, are you ready to go in the underground tunnel?
Yeah, always.
Are you sure? Have you ever done any underground stuff before? Apart from the car cave?
About when we went to car cave, that's about it.
Right, so no like man-made tunnels?
No man-made tunnels.
Alright, okay.
There is the kayaking adventure we want to do at some point.
Oh yeah. Oh well, that will happen soon enough.
Yeah.
Might be best to wait until summer.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It does get cold down there.
Yeah. Still need to buy one yet as well.
Lou, if we intercept something in that tunnel, what is the best thing to do?
Down there? I have no idea.
What do
you can run, is there really?
Well,
From
no.
looking at it, it looks like there's not much room to... I'm assuming we're going to have to crouch over to fit in there.
Yeah, well, speaking from experience, normally they're about 5 foot, 5'5", the tunnels.
You're not going to be able to run with ease, are you? If you
No.
crouched over, so...
No, you're squatting running. But if we did intercept something, do we stand and just stand there and face it and just like try and say something, or do we flee?
One of the researchers I spoke to, he said that, again, a bit like bears, I guess, that what some people say, and how dogs would, I suppose, how dogs roll over on the back and show submission. One of the researchers says the best thing to do is to just get down on the floor and like make yourself small to make
we get in the
like
water
to them. But that's just the theory, like, as is everything with these things, because nobody's ever got up close and personal enough to know, I suppose.
Yeah, true. Or I think we just ask Mark to tell you some jokes while we run away.
Give it a little tickle, it'll be fine. Don't worry about that.
The amount of water taken back down the tunnel.
Well, I was thinking, you know, with the amount of water, if it's on like a slant or anything, you could use it as a slip and slide. Yeah. Like if you want to escape fast. Yeah. What would be best is a little dinghy. We should have brought a little dinghy with us, the ones that I use in the car cave. Yeah, just straight down.
If there was nothing actually, if we don't find anything down there and it looked quite fun, it'd be brilliant to bring something back and just get to one end and just slide all the way back.
Yeah.
To the bottom.
We'll see how much of a hill it's on first, but yeah.
Go on for longer than you think, we don't know.
No.
Okay guys, we're about to put the waders on and go inside the tunnel. Now, I came here, it was about 10 days ago it might have been, when we did the first video, and I said I was coming along back, and you know what, I've learned now that I shouldn't do, because I do tend to have someone who follows me around everywhere I go, and he has been here, and magically the gate to the underground is opened, and in his video he actually insinuated that another YouTuber has been here and must have opened it. Well, we're actually here after he's put his video out.
The team entered the abandoned tunnel, their torches and night vision cutting through dripping water and low mist. The slick floors and echoing chambers made every step feel dangerous, as if something unseen might be waiting just ahead.
Night vision camera for this. I've got a head torch on, but I just think it's you're going to see a lot more. There's not going to be any dark patches. Are you ready? Now's your time. Turn around if you want, Lou.
I'm going in.
Yeah?
I'm good following you.
Looks like it goes away down. It's quite misty down here. Oh wow, it does. So that Y section just leads into one. Oh wow, it goes away. It's quite misty down here. It's quite misty. You've got a lot of flow-off pipes here. Yeah. Wow, it ascends. We're actually ascending here.
Yeah, we are.
Guys, we're ascending. It might get a bit slippy. You can literally go down this. Put your head on the roof.
I'm watching. Press buttons.
What?
Press buttons.
Yeah.
That's a good point. Well, it's pretty slippy.
Yeah.
Everyone alright?
Yeah.
You alright, Mark? Yeah. Watch out for all the spiders on the roof. There's a fucking lot of them. Yeah. They're all dropping down. Yep. Because of the light. The light is making them drop.
Deeper inside, the tunnel grew more claustrophobic. Rushing water echoed off the walls, spiders lined the stonework, and the air felt tighter with every step. Nothing appeared, but the sense of being followed never left them.
Wait with us. Come forward.
What are you doing? Don't do that.
You are, babe.
Wow, what are you thinking, Mags?
Did you hear that noise before that? Can you hear it over from somewhere else?
No, I heard like, it sounded like two thuds when I heard like a dum dum.
But I thought, no, I can't.
What, you heard that as well?
I just heard something like that. I just went, no, just ignored it.
Back at camp, two heavy thuds suddenly broke the silence from somewhere in the trees. The deliberate impact froze the group in place.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Oh, I don't like this. Do you hear that then behind us?
Yeah, that went off.
Rustling.
Something behind us. Something moved behind us when that went off.
This.
Like something shot round to the other side.
Oh, don't do this.
We had the cat ball, the music box, and the Alice box going off all at the same time, all at once. Go. Solid as well. Solid. Somebody stepped into frame and then walked out. Oh!
Moments later, their detectors activated. A cat ball lit up and a music box played simultaneously, as though something had stepped directly into their space. The activity came from behind, sparking panic as they searched the darkness for movement. Although they never saw the dogman itself, the night was marked by unease. For exploring with fighters, Dogman Forest served as a chilling reminder that it isn't always about what you see, but what stalks you from just out of sight. There are countless things in this world that we don't fully understand, and sometimes the true dangers lie in the unseen things that go bump in the night or whisper from the shadows. The next video comes from the Hoggett Project, a YouTube channel run by Jake. His content focuses on wild camping, gear testing, and solo outdoor adventures, often in remote wilderness, where isolation and harsh conditions push both him and his equipment to the limit. It is September 24th, 2025, when Jake set out to camp near Mount Rainier in Washington State, USA. His plan was simple: test a new tarp and bug net system and spend the night on the foggy mountainside.
I wonder, there's just this really nice smell in the air around here. I guess it's the Douglas firs. Oh my goodness. This chair is soaked. Everything when you're high up gets soaked. So with all the dew. So as you saw from earlier, this is the whole dome thing. But inside, since this doesn't have a floor or keep the bugs out, I've set up what they call a tandem tent. Strung the top of it to the tarp poles that hold this thing up, and then staked out the bottom. I got my sleeping pad in there and sleeping bag and pretty much ready to rock. And there's my little night light. There's the full effect. Not gonna lie, I am exhausted. The spot I was attempting to go to, I had never been there before and couldn't even drive to the end of it. Basically, a lot of driving, so I'm contemplating whether I should start cooking dinner or just bag it. So I'm leaning towards that. The stars are out. I'll use this camera and I'll set it up to do some time lapses. Probably go to bed, wake up early, and do some cooking tomorrow. Got the time lapse going. Got my night light. Gonna finish setting up my bed. Time is 11 p.m.
As darkness closed in, Jake finished setting up his shelter after hours of preparation. Too drained to cook, he skipped dinner and climbed into his sleeping bag beneath the tarp. With a dim light glowing beside him, he tried to rest, unaware of the long night ahead.
There's a couple owls that have been around this area. Pretty cool to listen to. And I'm glad I woke up when I did because my phone died again. And so I'm using this as a backup. And I'm able to charge my phone, camera, battery.
In the early hours, Jake awoke to find his phone had died unexpectedly. Switching to backup gear, he noticed the sharp cries of owls echoing through the forest. The calls carried a strange edge in the stillness, amplifying the sense of isolation.
Good morning, everyone. It's just a little bit after 7. And this thing, man, it's holding up all sorts of condensation. And because this is just a bug screen, it's dripping through. I don't know if you can see this. So I was getting drops of water falling on me all throughout the night. And
soon, condensation began seeping through the shelter. Droplets formed above and fell onto his sleeping bag, breaking his rest again and again. What was meant to be a straightforward camp quickly unraveled into a night of discomfort. With wind too strong to cook breakfast, Jake packed up at first light. The experiment with his new setup revealed its flaws, and the night at Mount Rainier became less about rest and more about endurance. Before the next clip, if you're enjoying the video, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. We're trying to hit 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and right now, 80% of viewers aren't subscribed. So if you're one of them, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It really means a lot. Your support helps us continue creating awesome, creepy videos. Now, let's get back to the video. The last video of the night comes from Kent Survival, a UK-based YouTube channel run by Andy. His content blends bushcraft, wild camping, and outdoor survival skills with adventure storytelling, often set in forests, castles, and other historic locations. It is April 12, 2023, when Andy set out for a stealth wild camp inside the ruins of a medieval castle in the United Kingdom. His goal was to remain hidden until morning, sleeping within the centuries-old stone walls.
I'm trying to find my way down there. I thought this was the way, but not. It's quite overgrown here. So I think there's a tunnel around the corner. I'm going to go check that out. A little bit of a hill to climb up to get in here. It is the Surrey Hills after all. Not too far from an airport as well, so there's a lot of airplanes going over. Now I'm on the lake side of the castle, just one derelict wall between us and obviously the hillside. There's less activity there than there is over on the golf course where they're teeing off just over there. Yeah, I don't think there's anyone fishing right now, which is quite cool. I'm in the spot I wanted to be.
Before nightfall, Andy explored the ruins in search of a suitable spot. The grounds were atmospheric but unsettling. Dark tunnels and crumbling chambers stretched around him. Hoping to avoid attention, he delayed unpacking until nearby golfers cleared the course. Even as he admired old graffiti etched into the walls, the silence pressing down from the ruins left him uneasy.
Flattish, a bit lumpy. The only thing is having this eerie tunnel behind me. It goes deeper than I just came as well, and it looks like it's been used for storage for pipes and stuff for doing the fields and that. But yeah, it's going to be creepy later.
Andy settled near the mouth of a tunnel for his bivvy. The spot was practical, but behind him, the passage gaped like a black void. He admitted it would feel creepy later, knowing every sound would echo through the tunnel once night fell.
What got me worried is that up by the fence on the golf course side is a gate. I didn't notice it before. I could use that rather than climbing in, but it is open, so I'm wondering if there's some kind of night watchman or something that might lock it up. Don't know if it's worth them doing that, so hopefully not. And I'll have to keep the lights to a minimum. I'm going to try and film this robin. Nope, gone. Well, I've just been caught by some dogs. The guy come over, asked me what I was doing. Just said photography, which is true. So, we'll see. They know I'm here, or someone does. Maybe they're just walking their dogs past, but we'll see.
After dark, his stealth was broken when a pair of dogs and their owner wandered into the castle grounds. The man asked why Andy was there, and Andy replied that he was taking photos. The stranger left without incident, but the secrecy of the camp had been shaken.
So I'm set up here in the dungeon. I've not heard anything for a little while, but the light's more concealed in here, so I'm not setting up camp just yet. There's a couple of ghosts in this castle, one of them being a big black dog that roams around. I've not seen him yet, and the other is the Wandering Man. Apparently the Wandering Man was killed by the Lord of the Manor, and it turned out to be his son, and he's been wandering, feeling guilty ever since. There's weird noises in here, and a light in my face. I think when I set up camp I'm just going to get straight in the bivvy. That might diffuse the light a little bit. Oh, that's bright. Hey, it's about 3:30 in the morning. Sorry I didn't get much footage. I was just a bit worried about having the light on really, so I've done most things no light whatsoever. But yeah, I'm reasonably sure no one's going to see me now. Woke up for a pee, and yeah, I'm just going to try and get another couple of hours sleep. Well, it gets light a bit later now, so yeah. And I'll see you guys in the morning. Oh god. It's about 5 or just past now. I'm not sleeping well at all. And spits and spats. I guess it's that knowledge of knowing someone knows where you are or suspects. Plus there's a lot of rustling and it ain't squirrels. So we've got rats in the dungeon. Yes.
Later, Andy retreated into the dungeon to hide his light. Speaking about local legends, the ghostly black dog and the wandering man said to haunt the ruins, he was interrupted by sudden noises reverberating off the stone walls. Then, a beam of light cut through the darkness, shining straight at him. Andy quickly doused his torch, pulling into his bivvy as rats scurried nearby. The rest of the night passed in uneasy silence, sleep nearly impossible. By dawn, Andy was tired, damp, and unsettled. No ghostly figure had appeared, yet the risk of discovery, the unexplained noises, and the dungeon's living occupants made this castle camp one of his most unnerving stealth adventures. And that wraps up another dive into the unknown. If you're into spine-chilling footage and unexplained encounters, hit that subscribe button and stick around. We've got more coming, and it only gets weirder from here.